spectacular. Flip on the beat like a spatula. Move a little white so can passenger. Drake on the seat at my passenger. Stuff, man, like, it ain't gotta be negative, it all could be positive, man. Like, you know, tomorrow, I got this show, man, it's supposed to be packed. Rappers are so transparent like a peephole. That's why I'm over their heads like a gazebo. Contradictions in their wordplay is a sign of guilt. Was outcasted at the bottom, now I'm sky high like guilt. I would not lose, and I would not slip. I'm that grease jumping out that frying pan, don't get hit with some hotness. Burn them to a 3rd degree. The fire that the book of Revelation spoke about was me.
BOSSHAWG. Yes, sir. What's going on with you, big dog?
Oh, man, blessed, man, blessed.
Man, I'm glad to have you on, bro. I'm fresh to, you know, to the BOSSHAWG experience, man, and I've seen you take up space online in an excellent way. So for the people that don't know you, who are you, man?
I'm BOSSHAWG. BOSSHAWG is an overcomer. BOSSHAWG is confidence. BOSSHAWG is a lyricist. Yeah. BOSSHAWG is Columbia, South Carolina, and above and surrounding areas. BOSSHAWG is worldwide. BOSSHAWG is what you need in your playlist. BOSSHAWG is here. You know, that's who BOSSHAWG is. BOSSHAWG is just, you know, that guy right now, man. You know, out here doing my thing. You know, trying to win souls and trying to give people confidence. BOSSHAWG is a motivator. BOSSHAWG is a speaker. You know, BOSSHAWG is just, you know, BOSSHAWG.
Right, just you.
Just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Weight Music Group, that's BOSSHAWG.
Man, speaking on Big Weight Music Group, man, is that an actual music group or what is that?
Big Weight Music Group is my label, and it is a music group. It consists of myself, you know, which is, you know, the CEO, COO, I'm the founder. Mm-hmm. But I also have, you know, my right-hand man, Sugar Slim, and I have Lacey May, you know, another artist. She does, you know, alternative rock, you know, and that's pretty much Big Weight Music Group. You know, Big Weight Music Group is, you know, my baby, you know, and you know, and it's you know, it's doing what it's doing.
Yeah, I know. You know, you were speaking about your artists earlier. You were talking about the people that you have in your label. Talk about them. I know if you can.
Yes. Lacey May, man, awesome. Guitar, vocalist, just alternative rock, you know, and she actually can do mainstream, you know, and cross over to hip hop as well. You know, so I think it's kind of dope, you know, to have an artist, you know, and it's different, you know, because when people see us as artists and see this, you know what I mean, they think rap, hip hop, but, you know, man, Big Weight Music Group, hey, man, it's all kind of heavy hitters, you know what I mean, on there. And we got big weight, you know what I mean, as far as music, you know what I mean? So you can expect with Lacey May, you know, give you alternative rock. If you like Avril Lavigne type music, you know, for that crowd, you know, then that's, you know, who Lacey May is. You know, Sugar Slim is an upcoming artist, you know, he's still in the cut working, you know what I mean? But he's coming, he's working on some projects and working on a few other little things that, you know, he got going on. But, you know, he's hip hop. And he's pretty dope. So be on the lookout, you know, for Lacey May and Sugar Slim.
No doubt. You performed for me the first time. I saw you with a mic in your hand. And the first thing I said was, I don't know about his confidence or how he feels about his image. You know, how do you deal with, you know, some of the things that you might feel when people see you and they think about your weight, or do you have insecurities that you deal with? And how do you deal with them, man?
Oh, yes. Insecurities, man. I believe all of us have those, man. And, you know, I have an obvious insecurity, you know what I mean? Like, but lately I just been moving in spirit, man. Like, when you in spirit, you know, the spirit doesn't, you know, really care or really worry about pretty much what others perceive, you know. But once the spirit opens his mouth and speak, it's gonna be truth always. Yeah. And that's where, you know, I just let it go at, you know, I don't really worry about what people gonna talk about you regardless. So when it comes to doing music, I just get on that stage and I just, you know, I blank out. I keep shades on, so that's my way of just blanking out, just blocking everything out and staying focused. Yeah. You know, and giving them, you know, because my job is to give a message. And I can't let my insecurity stop me from giving that message, because my job can't get done if I do it that way.
That's a fact.
Right. Big weight is pretty much, you know, when you think of big weight, you think of heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I say big weight music group, that means I just pretty much got heavy hitters. You know what I mean? We heavy hitters, you know what I mean? So we got hits, we got heavy hitters. So we giving you big weight, you know what I mean? If you want it, if you want, rock, we got rock. You want, rap, we got rap. You want R&B, we even got R&B. You know what I mean? Like, so, that's what big weight music group is. It's, a group full of heavy hitters, and that's how we get big weight.
No doubt, no doubt. You talked about earlier you dealing with labels. Well, what's that experience like, dealing with labels?
It's actually a great experience. I've been talking to QC for a few months now, and actually
what's QC?
QC is quality control music, out of Atlanta. I was, talking with them, in negotiations, with furthering a deal,
Well, do they have artists like that, that I might know that is big artists on that?
Oh yeah, they have Migos. They have Duke Deuce. City Girls. And people like that. But Migos is by far, I believe. I believe they are the biggest group that and they got Lil Baby. And they got Lil Baby too. You know what I mean? So yeah, they pretty much, the deal right now. And I first met them doing a tour. They was at Rose Gold on Broad River, and I performed, and they made an announcement then, like we're gonna be picking people to go on road with us, to do music with us and go on tour with us, and they hit me up and to come to Atlanta. I did that show, then one day they just called me.
Yeah.
They were just like, hey man, hey, we liked you here. We want you to come with us to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, on July 4th. So I was like, that's big. So on July 4th, I was in Atlanta performing at the Ice Bar. And it was just, it's great, great. It was just, man, man, I'm tell you, boy, you ain't live till you perform in Atlanta, boy. Now, it's way different in Atlanta than it is down here.
Yeah.
Because I low-key got shook when I walked in there and seen all them people. I was like, oh, snap. That's when the insecurity side popped in. Yeah. I was just like, oh, man. But, man, when I got up there, man, it was all love.
Good thing I wanted to talk to you about was the album, the Audiobiography.
Right.
Yeah, you were very specific with that. Talk to me about the album, man.
Man, it's basically my life. Everybody's life, man, when we born till when we leave, we're gonna have an autobiography. Yeah. But I felt like, since I do music, the soundtrack to my life, you know what I mean, is the audio biography. Instead of my biography being written, I want you to be able to listen to it so, you can just comprehend it in music form. So basically the audio biography is my life.
Got you.
On a disc, you know what I mean? Like, so, and the audio biography is actually a pretty dope album for the simple fact it's based off everyday life and real emotions, that I wrote the album in.
Talk to me about those emotions, man.
Well, going through what pushed me out here to do music was going through a divorce. You know what I mean? Going through marital issues, and I was in the deep depression, man. Like, I had to find something to do, and that's when it came to me, like, I had to go back to music. You know what I mean? Going through a marriage, a separation ain't never easy, for nobody. You know what I mean? So to channel my energy, I had to start writing. You know what I mean? And that's when I just started writing a lot, and I was like, I was really depressed. You know what I mean? Like, just really down and depressed. You know. And it put me in a dark, dark spot. So that's how the autobiography was birthed.
How long were you married?
For like 3 years. Still married now.
Separated.
Just separated, right?
Okay. Yeah, I know that's a tough place to be in, man. What would you say? How would you describe your experience? Because what your experience was with depression.
Man, dark. It was dark. Like, not eating, not sleeping, crying, trying to figure out why. Depression, that's how I knew I was depressed. Like, when I had things to do, and I sit down and I just sit down all day in one
All day
spot.
in one
You know what I
spot.
mean? And before I knew it, the whole day was gone. And I have to tell myself like, man, you need to get up and get something to eat. Let me eat something. You know what I mean? And let me shower. You know what I mean? Like, let me do this and that. Let me do the stuff I supposed to do. You know what I mean? But I was so down, man, because just wondering. You ask yourself why. You know what I mean?
This is what we would get. This is what we're getting on this album that you got coming out.
Right. You know, the album talks about overcoming, pretty much depression. You know what I mean? And it's pretty much telling you like, if you do get up out your, I like to say get up out your feelings and get you some millions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once you overcome depression and you get back up, man, God has a whole plan for you out there. It took me a month. When I got up out my depression, a month, I was going hard, writing music, recording every day, just recording. I told myself, like, man, I got to channel my energy. You know what I mean? Like, I got to get back out there. When I first went back out there, I was kind of nervous at first. You know what I mean? Like, I done gained weight, over the years and, but just getting back out there, just, pushing, you know what I mean? And God just opened up so many doors. The only thing it took was one performance. You know what I mean? And people seen me, then they started asking me to come to their performance and perform. Then it just, it went on like that to paid performances even,
Right.
So, yeah, so, that's what my album, is, man. It's overcoming depression, man, and anxiety. You know what I mean? Believing in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, insecurities almost stopped me from rapping.
Yeah, man.
It almost stopped me.
You so dope though, G.
Yeah, man. And that's what kept me going.
You so dope, man. What would you say is your deepest hurt of your life?
This particular marriage. You know what I mean? Like, cause
Wow.
in life, yeah, in this, like, cause we never to this day, like, we always laughed. We never argued, nothing.
Yeah.
So when it came, I was just like what? Like, what happened?
Right. So was it infidelity?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't infidelity. You know what I mean? The hurting most part of this one, the reason why I say that it's the most hurting part, because what was told to me was physical attraction.
Yeah.
And and I say this in all honesty to help people, because it was basically told me, like, when I think of physical, I think about my look, how I look, and the thing was, I was just like, well, how can that be? We was together, like, I proposed to you the same size. You know what I mean? I proposed to you, and the thing was, I loved her. I had a stepdaughter. I loved all of them, both of them with all my heart. You know what I mean? So when the separation happened, it was just a shock. And I really thought that it would come back together. But when it didn't, and I actually seen that it was sticking, you know what I mean? I was just like, wow. I just felt like I just didn't, it was the most hurting thing, because it made me feel like I did, provided, I did certain things, but the way I look is stopping things from connecting.
Man.
And I was just like, man, that's a hurtful feeling. You know what I mean? And,
that's tough, bro.
That's tough. You know what I mean? And that's what, that's my energy. I channel that in every day,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's tough, man. So
just the physical attraction, just like, I'm not attracted to you anymore.
Yeah.
Can't do this. Gotta go.
Yep, gotta go. And and I'm still, cool, with her. You know what I mean? Like, talk to her. It's all love, man. I can't hate. You know what I mean? You can't never fault nobody for doing what they have to do to feel like they have to better themselves.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
But it ended up being the deepest hurt.
But it ended up being of my entire life. The worst one ever.
And that's what we getting on this album.
Yep. That's why them lyrics sound the way they sound, man. Because I'm just like, hey, man, somebody got to feel where I'm coming from, man. And, I just want to put the truth out there, man, because, I can't be ashamed of my testimony, because, that's going to stop somebody from getting healed.
Yeah.
So I got to tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like, and then, and when I put the truth out there, it's not the, people who know me, it's not for them to go look at her like, oh, this what happened. It ain't that. Ain't got nothing to do with that. She's an awesome person. You know what I mean? Awesome person, man. But, Just something I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Just, it's part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why, I wrote in my book, man, to try to help others,
Yeah, man. Talk about your book. I know you got the album, but talk about your book is also something that you preparing for us to experience, man. Talk about that for a second.
Right. Product of change. Product of change is pretty much, just basically just like how it sounds, a product of change. That's what I am. Change, in order for me to change, I had to change my mindset. I couldn't believe the stuff that people made me believe about me. I had to overcome those thoughts and really tap into who I am and get confident into who I am. Get confident,
Yeah.
to, looking like this every day, because this is something that's going to take time to change. You know what I mean? And, that's what my book is about. It speaks about, the not getting equal opportunity, just like I was just explaining, with physical attraction. That was just a person that was real enough to tell me that. But as a bigger person, we go through this all the time. See, at the end, I respected the fact that she was 100. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Because, you can't, you don't want to be around somebody, because, you got to think about stuff, both ways. You know what I mean? Like, but the book is just, basically, it talks about all that. It talks about, how we don't get the equal opportunities, you know what I mean? Like, that everybody else get. If you a bigger person, man, you don't get treated like everybody else get treated. You know what I mean? So, that's what this book pretty much touched bases on. And not only that, it talks about my life pretty much. It's the autobiography of my life, product of change. All the things that it took to change me, to let me know that I want to be here where I'm at right now, saying what I'm saying to help others. You know what I mean? Because there's somebody right now that's out there probably thinking about taking their life. You know what I mean? And with me getting out, doing these shows, people tell me all the time, man, like, hey, boy, you motivation to me. You know what I mean? Because, when I get up there and I move and hit a little moves here and there, I'm trying to show people, like, hey, man, I'm not, what y'all say I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm bigger and better than that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm somebody, that's, out here that's gonna be, heard. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that my message get heard. That's why I got the book. You know what I mean? I have a movie that I'm starring in. I have, different platforms. So therefore, if it's not heard one way, it'll be heard one way or the other. And I'm gonna push that message because somebody needs it. I know it's other people out there, because since I've been out here on this journey, I'm meeting people along the way that's really going through some dark things that I'm encouraging, that they can make it. You know what I mean? So when they see me, they got hope, and that's what I want to give them, hope. Because if I can do it, and God can bring me through it, I just want to be an example, let them know that he can do it for you too.
But yeah, so when can we expect the album and the book? I know you talking about a date already.
Right. The book, I'm gonna talk about the book first. The book will be out October.
Yeah.
Now, as far as a date, I will have a date soon.
Yeah.
But I know it will be out October. You know what I mean? Because everything is pretty much squared.
Yeah.
But, I just want to get a final date. So before I say anything, I know I can say October.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But the album is actually out. But I have it on hard CD, only right now.
Got you. So what about the digital space?
The digital will be on there in about a week. It's getting uploaded as we speak.
Okay, it's getting processed.
It's getting processed right now as we speak. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And my apologies for that.
Yeah.
For anybody who went to look for it on digital, anything on, digital platform, I apologize, that it's taking a minute for it to be on there, but it's getting done as we process as we speak right now.
Got you. You put out 3 singles that is on all streaming platforms right now.
Right.
The first one that you did, what was the name of that one?
No more.
Big hole, and I walk through the city like a big dog. Woof woof, scratching fleas from my big balls. Got the pump grip tight in my big paws. Call me quick draw, got me pissed off. But I'd rather be that than pissed on. That's why the clip long, and I don't miss homes, better get gone. Got the hollow chips sink through and hit bone. Riding around 10, When I step out, I keep my head low. Everybody really ain't convinced, cause that don't mean nobody fake no more. That's why I put my trust in my skill. Cause when my heart cold, I know it ain't gon' fold. How many chances can I give? I done took too many losses, can't take no more.
Okay.
Yep,
So
no more.
What was the meaning behind that? Is that on the album?
No, I didn't put it on the album because I put it on this already, and and it's already can be streamed. You know what I mean? So I just left it off the album. But No More is pretty much just basically saying that morals, value. You know what I mean? Anything of it ain't just people ain't the same no more. Things are not the same like it used to be. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to find somebody that's real. It's people, everybody fake. People got a lot of motives. You know what I mean? So you don't find good stuff like that no more. Can't find nobody you really can trust. You know what I mean? Everything just bad. You know what I mean? It ain't like it used to be. So the moral behind No More is just that is pretty much what it says. Not the same no more. Everything is different now. So you really gotta watch who you befriend, man, because what you looking for and qualities you looking for now, man, it's hard to find. It's like they don't exist.
What about Dirty Soap?
Dirty Soap is a song that's basically, for the people that like to point fingers, but they got dirt, they do dirt themselves. Every day in life, man, people go to court. You got, prosecutors and stuff, that judges that give people time for like drugs or the same stuff that they're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So my thing is, it's like, instead of saying the pot calling the kettle black, that's like if that's like people playing clean, but they're really dirty.
Just pick her up and smack her, man.
Gonna make room for the big guy. Everything I got big size. Gotta have room when the whip slide. Call the strap Hamilton and rip guys. And the paint flip flop like a spatula in it. I really don't ride in it unless it's tinted. Step on contenders, the clips are extended. More to combat, these rat cats, we gon' finish them. I got that industry flow. I'm here just to let the industry know. They got that way for that semi blow. Been through the fire like Meshach Abednego, trying to get paper like.
So if you drop a bar of soap on the ground and pick it up and try to wash with it, that dirt gonna get on you. You can't get clean like that. So you gotta realize that you are dirty soap if you judging others and not taking your own accountability. Gotcha. You know what I mean? You the same, you just like them. We just don't know your business. That's
right.
all.
Right. What about PSA? What does that mean?
Public service announcement, just to let them know Big Wave Music Group here, BOSSHAWG is here. Public service announcement. Y'all beware. You know what I mean? We ain't playing, we coming.
No doubt. BOSSHAWG.
Yes, sir.
Salute, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
All the time. Thanks for having me.
Peace.
I told you. Stinking. Cause I ain't tell ya. Go ahead and focus and meditate on this greatness. If you don't hear the glory, you probably still stuck in the matrix. He said this is for me. Living revelation on your playlist. Since everybody A-listed, we probably need to pray this. The kingdom is coming. Better yet, the kingdom is here, and we the proof of purchase. And I'm not a part of no circus. We two different churches. Who you manifest in the earth with? Undermining our purposes for the blessings and the cursing. You know this.